We are live 5 minutes before 8 p.m. as is customary with hashtag PWG Live. I am talking without anyone right on, but thank you, Instagram, for telling people to come on. The Carl is on. Thank you again for helping us, as always, record all these lives. You are our MVP. We wouldn't be anywhere without you. Sorry that I haven't been updating or editing a lot of the videos recently. It's been very busy. Sup, Rach Mendoza, thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for joining us. We will be having Ken Warren. Where is Ken Warren, actually? There he is. He has joined. Ken Warren will be joining us. For pinning that comment. Good amigo. There you go. There you go. There you go.
How about now?
Now I see you. There you go.
All right.
There you go. I can see you. That was scary. That was scary for a moment. Ken, hello. We're doing a Sunday doubleheader today. Thank you again for joining us. And before we get into our usual spiel 5 minutes before, thank you to everyone joining us tonight on hashtag PWG Live. This is just an IG live show with two Philippine wrestlers who are still stuck under quarantine, the longest in the world. Woo! Number one, Pilipinas, the longest quarantine in the world due to coronavirus. It's just two Philippine wrestlers. Yours truly, Jake De Leon, and of course the man below. He's below me. I don't want to make a joke. Anyway, Mr. The social media sinister, Ken Warren. I'm just happy. I'm just happy right now. We're just trying to make sure we make sense of our world right now. We're just trying to have fun tonight. And yeah, Ken, how was your weekend so far? We didn't have a show yesterday because we're gonna do a Sunday doubleheader tonight. So how was your weekend so far?
Weekend so far has been nice. I have acquired my every other week acquisition. So I bought this freaking Juggernaut.
Nice. Good store.
Funko something Juggernauts for my Juggernaut collection. But
was it a good store?
That's about it. And how about you, man? How about you?
I'm good. Like I've been just a little teaser for everyone here. Not a lot of people are watching this right now, so they probably won't know. But I'm trying to put my foot in, get my foot into the voiceover industry right now. So with a lot of things that are happening right now, I thought might as well, try to reach a goal, try to reach a dream that I've had ever since. And I've always had this dream of wanting to be not really like a voiceover, not really like a commercial guy, but I've always had the dream of wanting to be like in a cartoon and voicing a cartoon. So I'm trying to get into that. We'll see how it works. We'll see if it'll go somehow like what we did with the PWR. If we just go for it, we'll see what happens. But we're just trying to do something with our time. Just trying to chase more dreams other than wrestling, because there is a world out there other than wrestling. But yeah, that's how the past 3 weekends has been for me, really. And shout out to Ryan. Ryan, it's still your fault. He says, love the new haircut, Ken. Can you show off that haircut a little bit for our fans right now? The 10 people that are joining us. There you go. That's the money maker right there.
A lot of people say I look my age now, so that's pretty cool.
Well, yeah. And then I just wanted to shout out also, this is probably the only time that people will, 2 times. Tonight will probably be the only time I ever do IG live Sando streaming, because I wanted to rock the horrors t-shirt right here. So it's a Sando.
I was about to say we both Sando gaming, bro.
Sando gaming right now.
Sando gaming.
But yeah.
PWOG live, boy. And quick shout out to you at @the_Martin V. I did scratch that figure itch. My bank account is pissed at me, man. But yes, What can we do?
What can you do? Shout out to the Martin V who is joining us. Woo! Thank you. Ron WB, of course. We're just waiting for Shanky. But of course, we're going to have Dr. Gore up in a while. Yes, Manga Pro Rest. That is a mullet. Ken actually got a mullet.
One more.
One more. There you go.
And are
there you go. Show the people what they want, Ken. Show the people what they want.
Mohawk
and yes,
and mullet.
Yes, Martin V, we are Sando. Both of us are Sando gaming right now. We both have been doing our home workouts. And I hope it's reaping good effects right now. But yeah, we're just waiting for Dr. Gore to come on. He will be joining us in a bit. Yes, fully grown John? Wait, John is fully grown already.
He is. Right. Fully underscore grown underscore John.
Fully grown. John's fully grown.
Is it John Cena Saturday or Sunday? What's happening?
Today we're gonna have John Cena Sunday. We didn't have John Cena Saturday yesterday, so yep. Later tonight we will be having John Cena Sunday. So that's something new, something fresh, and not really. But before you're gonna have your reflection Sunday, obviously. But I'm gonna have my John Cena Sunday today. So yeah, we're
just for later though.
yeah. Is Doctor Gore in? Has he joined us already tonight or?
Let me
or
see. Let me see, bro.
let,
If you can see it. You know what I noticed? I can't see it. Like I see people like both like underscore on WB, Dex
yeah,
underscore, and three others join. I can't click the
yeah.
three others join. So
Well, he just joined us right now, Ken. The
okay,
good
bro.
doctor is in. It's time for my checkup, and thank you for joining us. Like to start off, and we'll be talking to you later, later after this, and then obviously we have 11 p.m. Al Snow. So Ken, thank you for joining us. I'll talk to you later. I gotta have the good doctor on. It's time for my checkup, buddy.
Enjoy your appointment. Enjoy your appointment.
Thank you, thank you. The doctor is in, and he will see me now. There he is. The good doctor is in. The good doctor is in. And before we have you talk, I just want to introduce you. He is the resident surgeon of Singapore Wrestling. He is the former SPW Tag Team Champion, and he has hit me in the face many, many times. Please welcome to hashtag BWG Live, Doctor Gore. The good Doctor Gore. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm okay. Is my audio alright? Because I'm
Yeah, it's
afraid
good.
it's
Good.
oh nice.
You've been plugging those earphones like on IG Live. Oh, we're doing the thing where we're wearing each other's merch. Obviously.
We're doing the thing. It's awesome. Thank you for having me. I miss you, bro.
Of course,
I miss you.
I miss you. I miss you. We've been around Southeast Asia together, and I miss you. And we'll be talking about that later. But yeah, just shout out to everyone joining us right now. Fully grown John. I didn't know he was fully grown already. So the time has passed. Coronavirus has really taken a lot of our time. And of course, Tororo Ali, I don't know how to pronounce that. Yeah. So let's start it off. So how are things in Singapore right now in terms of coronavirus? What are you guys doing right now?
Yeah, things have been stable, and we have had a huge hiccup that happened with our immigrant workers because they stay in the dormitories, and it revealed several problems that
Yeah.
I don't want to get into, but basically there was a huge jump because of the conditions of foreign workers, living conditions, and it really pushed a lot of things back. But it also helped the community realize that we might have been taking for granted the people who have helped build this country, and this is something that I think all of our countrymen should be more open and empathetic about. So I hope that this progresses to be a good issue in the community.
Yeah, I hope so too. And can you like do me a favor? I think your mic is a little bit like choppy. So like I don't know, maybe hold it up closer to your mouth or something.
Is this better?
Yeah, that is better. That is better. Are you okay with your face being that close to the phone though?
Are you okay with my face being this close to the phone?
Hey man, as much as I would love to see your silver hair, a lot of people right now would love to see you. So yeah, thank you for bringing that up. And like, so it's the migrant community, correct? Like the migrant community right now is like there's a lot of spiking going on there, and you guys are at least like wary of the situation now, and you're trying to address it as a community.
Yeah, there's been a lot of outreach programs, both in both health and also voluntary service, and that's also part of the frontliners, and we have to be grateful for these people. And we also there has also been a lot of voluntary campaigns for the people in charge to do better and to start upgrading the community or the foreign workers community living conditions.
Cool. Thank you for sharing that. And shout out to Ryan, the SPW ref. He's asking why does it sound so windy. So I actually have a question for you, Dr. Gore, once you figure out why it sounds so windy.
This is better?
Yeah, it's better. Maybe, yeah, you did have a fan on. But I have a question for you about Ryan. Is everything referee Ryan's fault?
Yes.
Yes.
Everything is referee Ryan's fault. Coronavirus, the lack of wrestling matches, the economical down, the recession, the financial crisis, everything is referee Ryan's fault. And the worst part is he doesn't own it.
You gotta answer for it, referee Ryan. That's why his Twitter says, "Where is referee Ryan?" Because he's hiding from everyone. Because he knows it's his fault. Referee Ryan, you better fess up. Anyway, moving on. So, moving on. I just wanted to congratulate you also, and like well wishes all around because you recently came off a successful ACL and meniscus surgery. So I just wanted to ask you how you're feeling after that, after the successful surgery.
Um, Honestly speaking, I feel great. I've been putting off the ACL surgery for a year. People don't know this, but I've been
Mhm.
injured since the last time you were in Singapore.
Yeah, yeah. I remember like the last time I went to Singapore, you actually had the knee brace on already.
Yeah, and since then I had a good physiotherapist that
Mm.
tried to do we tried to go to this path where I didn't need surgery.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
Unfortunately, I returned to pro wrestling a bit too early, just six
yeah.
months into rehab, and
Mm.
my stubbornness caused me to risk my ACL again. So it got
Mm.
injured a second time, and
Yeah.
I continued my rehab for another 6 months.
Mm.
During the lockdown, I decided to get it checked out because it was a good opportunity. And
Yeah.
I had the update that it was more than just the ACL, it was the meniscus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Was
it was
it?
constantly swelling. Every time after a good workout, despite how much I sweat, and I
Yeah.
stretch um,
Yeah.
and I iced it.
Yeah.
Then I finally decided that we'll just have the surgery, and I honestly feel great. I feel like $1,000,000, even though I am walking around with one leg, because I feel like this is
Yeah.
such a mental weight off my head, and I think
Yeah.
the two of us can understand how important it is to have mental weights off my head,
Oh, yeah.
off our
That's true.
heads.
Yeah. Exactly. And yeah, I'm glad that you're feeling better. So did the doctor say how long you'll be like out of physical activity for the time that after surgery?
I've been very lucky that the doctor I was blessed with is actually an ACL expert in Singapore,
Mm.
and
Okay.
he said like we could get you back doing weights in 6 months.
Oh,
Uh,
that's not too
yeah,
long.
yeah, it's
That's
actually really
good.
fast. And my first physio session, my physiotherapist Gary from Physio
Mm.
X told me that we're going to show you why like the pre rehab before the surgery was going to help. And it
Mm.
did. It did show because he got all the muscles functioning.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell myself that I'm not going to step into the ring until,
Mm.
excuse me, I just had a protein shake. I'm not going to
It's all
step
right.
into the ring until
Yeah.
2021.
Okay. Yeah. Well, with the way the world is going right now, that might be the case for a lot of us. So hopefully we'll see you in 2021. And of course, we want you to be at 150%, not just 100%, but 150% so that you can start kicking a lot of people in the faces, not just me, because I've taken a lot of those kicks and a lot of those punches. So, yeah, but I'm
And
glad that you're feeling better. And what?
I've taken
Sorry?
many of your kicks and punches.
Shh. They don't need to know
Uh, so
that.
I'll just be honest right now to the people who are
Yeah.
watching this. I will willingly trade kicks and punches to the face with you because you give me some of the best punches ever.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. And yeah, that I just keep replaying that one clip in my head where where you blocked my punch and then you just uh what's it called? Where you just palm strike me in the face and
Oh
then
yeah,
people
yeah.
were just laughing at the fact that I was knocked out. I was just like I was just knocked out and people were just like, I'm glad that I made a moment in SPW for that moment, and I really like that match also. But yeah, but we have
I
to
love
move
it.
on. We can't keep blowing smoke up each other's asses. This is your show. I'm talking to you right now. We have to move on. So let's actually.
I will willingly open an IG live tomorrow just to smoke up your ass.
Anyway, we have to move on, man. Thank
All
you
right,
again for
brother.
those comments. But let's move to the Dr. Gore character. I've always
All right.
believed, actually, that Dr. Gore is one of the best, if not the best, character in Southeast Asian wrestling right now. Because it's when you look at it, it draws your attention. It's very interesting. So actually, I just wanted to ask. I should have asked you this a long time ago. I should have asked you for the three countries that we've been in together. But how did you conceptualize the character of Dr. Gore?
I'm gonna peel the the curtain a bit back and just say that the Dr. Gore character started off with one intention, and that was to cover up as much flesh as I could.
Okay.
I stepped into I'm gonna quote one senior here, which is Chris Cadillac. Shout out to Chris Cadillac. He said that when he first began wrestling, he was 140 pounds soaking wet. When I started wrestling, I was like 1.8 meters tall, and I was 150 pounds soaking wet. So I was very tall but very skinny, and I looked like the Slender Man. So I was not comfortable showing my body. I really wanted to wear something like this to the ring and keep it on throughout the entire match, which shows you how little I know about heat and humidity. So it was 2 days, or it was like one night for my debut match, and my coach Vadim actually came up to me and said, "We have so many characters inside this match, this fatal four-way that we are participating in. Why don't we add one more crazy character? Why don't we make you a crazy doctor?" And the visual image of being able to wear scrubs and gloves on my hand, I'll say 100% yes, I'll do it without any hesitation. I said yes, and that was the beginning. Fast forward to now, Dr. Gore's character seems to resonate a lot with the Southeast Asian community because the name Old Changi Hospital seems to be very famous, and it seems to be something unique to Singapore, and it seems to be able to put an image into people's head, what a person from OCH looks like, and I decided to embrace that. I started cultivating many artistic inspirations and influences I have because I'm an illustrator also. And I incorporated all these things to my character. And I started seeing like this was something that was very different from anyone else in SPW. And it was something that I could continue on.
Actually, thank you for sharing that. I just have to ask also because I have seen a little bit, like, before we go into that, I've seen a little bit how you get into the character, but like, can you describe it to the people, like, how you get into the Dr. Gore character right now?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you, like, how you get into the mindset of Dr. Gore, because I've seen a little bit of it backstage. I've seen, like, how you know, I'm lagging. I'm sorry, guys. I'm hoping my internet works out, but, like, I just wanted to know, like, how you got into how do you get into the character of Dr. Gore before you start going out there into the ring?
It could be my phone is overheating also, you know. It could be my phone. But my character, I try to use 3 things to get into character. The first thing is to use music. So I have a certain kind of music repeating in my head. The second thing I use is breathing. So I do a lot of breathing exercises that forces me to go through the nose, out through the mouth, and I try to make it like a full stretch, almost like a yoga stretch when I'm breathing. So I get very relaxed. And the third thing is I listen to what the audience is saying, and I listen to what my opponent, or I observe what my opponent is doing, because when he does something that allows me to ping pong off, which allows me to just play off his character, I feel super comfortable and I feel super energetic. I don't necessarily think about violence. I just think about I just look at his face, and I just like when I look at your face and I see you smile, and I'll be like, okay, we're smiling and we'll see how we go there, kind of thing.
Yeah, should we continue on?
I'm
Are you
doing
doing
alright.
good? Are you doing okay?
I just pray to the Instagram gods that we don't lag out again.
Yeah, we do that every week. We pray to the Instagram gods every week. Anyway, again, thank you for the people who are still on it, like still joining us right now. Now I have to ask. Now we go back to the questions. And you're using your art
Mm.
account, which is Bucket Caleb. And actually, this is the question I was supposed to ask, so I'm gonna step away from wrestling
Oh.
for a while. All right, so you drew the hashtag PWOGs, Ken Warren and I, as hobbits a while back. Are you a big Lord of the Rings fan?
I'm the biggest Lord of the Rings casual fan. Like I
Casual
love the
fan.
movies, and I cried about a couple of times watching the Zoom reunion that the Lord of the Rings had, because
Yeah.
it was I
Yeah.
watched it when I was like growing up, 16, 17. So it really had an impactful, a very emotional impact on me growing up.
That's good. That's good. So who's your favorite character from Lord of the
Sure.
Rings?
Well, used to be it used to be Aragorn, but now I think my favorite character is Mary,
Used to be.
because Mary is
What
just,
happened?
yeah.
Nah, yeah. Mary, what, sorry, can you
Yeah.
mention why Mary is your favorite character right now?
Because Mary's just so human. Like, he's really emotional, and he looks out for the best of his
Mm,
friends. And he really like he really
mm,
doesn't want, you can tell, like, to me in the movies, he doesn't really want that responsibility, but he's in that situation, and he's gonna do the best, he's gonna make the best of it.
yeah. Okay. Cool. Thank you. Thank you for that answer. So let's get into some fan
Hmm.
questions right now from people. So at underscore Ron WW is asking, what was your feeling at the point of time when you first became the SPW Tag Team Champion?
um I'm going to be honest. I was happy that
Mm-hmm.
my fans were happy, but deep down inside, I really wasn't feeling it. The truth was that I
Mm-hmm.
had a lot of, like, congratulations and people patting me on the back saying, "Well done, you deserve it. We are looking forward to this." But mentally,
Mm-hmm.
mentally, I just wasn't in the right place to be a champion. I
Mm-hmm.
knew 100% that I was championship material, and I knew that I was one of the few people in the company or in Asia that could carry the title and make it mean something, and have great matches with so many people. And
I know.
I just like wasn't mentally there because of other things that were happening in my personal life.
Mm. Sorry. Can you repeat like the last 30 seconds of what you said because I couldn't hear it? Weird.
Oh,
That was
yeah,
weird.
no worries. I said, like, mentally I just wasn't in the right place to be the champion. And and
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
really believe that because I wasn't taking my wrestling journey seriously. And right now, if you
Mm-hmm.
ask me, I'm in a completely different mental position where
Mm.
I do believe that I can be a champion at any time. It's just a matter of the opportunity.
Mm. Mm. Yeah. And dude, if no if you don't believe in yourself, who else is gonna believe in you, right? So I definitely believe that you also can become champion sooner or later. But we got to go into another question. This time it's from at Manga
Hmm.
Pro Res. Did you ever go to medical school?
Short answer, yes, I did. I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you
That's
where. I'm
good.
not going
That's
to
cool.
details. I'll just say yes, and I'll leave it at that.
All right, we'll leave it at that then. We'll leave it at that. But yeah, let's. All right. So we're going to go back into wrestling now. Thank you again for the people who've been asking the questions. So obviously, you grew up watching a lot of wrestling, but who were your influences growing up?
Definitely, I was a '90s kid, so the Hardy Boys, and CM Punk
Mm,
were the ones that really put the coolness back into wrestling, because they were wearing fashionable clothing
mm,
at the time. They had tattoos. But
yeah,
as I became a wrestler, the people that really inspired me was
mm,
great Sasuke, Godas. And I'm a huge Pete. I know this gonna sound embarrassing, but I'm the biggest Pete Dunne fan in Southeast Asia. Yeah. I'm the
What? Sorry?
I'm
What
the
was the last
biggest
one?
Pete Dunne fan. I'm the biggest Bruiserweight fan in Southeast Asia because I really do enjoy
Ah.
his matches from a fan and from a wrestler point of view.
And yeah, and that's interesting to me. I didn't know that because we were on a show with Pete Dunne. So how did you feel during those times that he was having shows in SPW?
Oh, you're gonna reveal you're
I'm
gonna
gonna I'm
reveal yeah, you're gonna
I'm
reveal
gonna I'm gonna
everything.
reveal everything, man.
I was happy as hell. I was well, first of all, because I saw Pete Dunne, my first exposure to Pete Dunne was a PWG show, and I just love the way
Yeah,
he
yeah,
just kills people. So when the first thing I did
yeah.
was to gather my balls and to shake his hand at the gym. Yeah, was to go out
Yeah.
to him when he was doing squats,
Yeah.
which you should never take my advice, people. Never go and shake hands with someone when they are doing squats. So I just went up to him
Yeah,
and said,
yeah.
"Hi, Pete. My name is Caleb. I'm from Pro Wrestling Singapore, and I'm very. It's a pleasure and an honor to meet you." And I after the shows,
Mm,
I did my best to hang around him to when he was conducting training. And I tried my best to ask as
mm,
many questions as I could about how to be part of a team, how to wrestle with such a realistic style, um, how to really just what
mm.
should I learn that can make people believe that
Yeah.
I was as violent as they come. And he honestly was very generous with
Yeah.
the information. He could have just said piss off kid, but he didn't, and he was just so open. And the second time when we saw him at our match,
Mm,
it was a nice moment because after our match, I
yeah.
just went to the corner just to recuperate, and he just walked up behind me and just
Yeah.
was like he watched the match with me for like 30 seconds, and then he just gave a little laugh like
Yeah.
and then he just walked away.
Man, I never knew
Yeah,
that. Man, you never told me that. After
yeah,
all these years of being friends, you never told me that. Dang. At least
because
go
like
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I'm embarrassed. My feelings. I'm scared.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yo, that's cool. That's cool that well, did you ask him for some feedback on that match? Or did he just like come up to you and like he just laughed
No,
like in your
no,
face?
he did like we were laughing at the match after us, but I think yeah, but the
Oh,
comment
after
that he gave
oh, okay.
was because like the match after us was Facade versus
Mm,
Black Arrow, if you remember, and they did a very technical
yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
so the crowd was just
yeah.
going like shh, shh, and so what Pete the full story is that Pete Dunne came up to me beside us and he said, "Is the crowd going sure?" And I said, "Yeah, the crowd's going shit." Then he said, "Well, a few minutes ago
Mm.
they were chanting 'Holy shit!' and this is awesome, and now they're going shit. That's quite a change of pace, isn't it?" And I said, "Yes." And then so I'm gonna
Yeah,
take
yeah,
it
yeah.
that Pete Dunne heard how loud our match was.
Thank
He's
you, Pete Dunn. If you're watching this,
he's
thank
not
you so
watching this.
much. Thank you for the
He's not
feedback.
watching this.
But yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I know. You never know, man. You never know. Undertaker, John Cena, Batista, we're still waiting for you guys. Just answer our messages.
Where's 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 Hulk Hogan?
Anyway, but yeah, thank you
Where's
for
Hulk
sharing that.
Hogan?
And that's awesome.
Where's brother?
What?
Where's Hulk Hogan?
Uh, I don't know if he's on Instagram. We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Anyway, but thank you for answering that. And it's cool that you were able to actually wrestle on shows where people who inspire you also were on, like Pete Dunne. So
Yeah.
that's cool. But you mentioned something about asking him how to be in a tag team, and that's my next question because we do segues here in PWOG Live. You eventually formed a tag team with the current
Yep.
SPW champion, the Butcherman, who is
He is.
also an amazing wrestling character. So can you tell us how your tag team came to be?
We came. we came in to be a team based on convenience. Like it was just like Butcher's a crazy character. The Doctor's a crazy character.
Mm-hmm.
At one point in time, we had one more character, played by Dave. And our coach just looked at the three of us and said, "The three of you look like you can be part of a team. Why don't you be a part of a team?"
Mm.
And yeah, Pumi, I see your comment. Anyways, um, so the horrors came to be basically from an aesthetic point of view. There was nothing but just aesthetics. But
Yeah.
the three of
Yeah.
us were very passionate about pushing ourselves to the next level. Um, when I would say that
Mm.
after some destabilization and imbalance of communication, and finally the three of us were in a proper mental state
Yeah.
to pursue what we want, it was left with Butcher and I. Um, and the three of us made an agreement very early on that we don't need to be friends. We just need to be a cooperative team. We just need to deal with each other and just have each other's backs in the ring. Um,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
evolved into a friendship because when you work as a team and when you compromise um, and when you be stubborn for the benefit of the team, your
Mm.
partner can sense that you have your head in the right place, and this helped build
Yeah.
trust. And from the agreement that we just wanted to be tag team partners, we actually became better friends, and we started exchanging
Mm.
um, we started exchanging advice outside the ring into like check out this movie, check out this music, this thing we could try, that kind of thing. So I would say one thing that Pete taught me, that small little advice that I carry with me, is to always trust your tag team partner, have his back, and
Mm.
always look out for,
Mm.
always be selfish, but at the same time, always be selfless when it comes to making decisions for the team.
Yeah. Totally agree. That is some great advice from Pete Dunne, and that is how I feel with Ken Warren. Even though he didn't really understand why we worked as a tag team earlier, now he's seeing it. Now we're working hard for each other, and now we are helping each other out. Ken, I know I see your comment. Thank you again, Dr. Gore, for answering that question. But now I have to ask you, since the
Mm.
Butcher Man is currently the SPW champion, do you think that Dr. Gore would want a piece of him for the title?
I love that question because I love it because you're thinking in terms of how much people want to see that. I believe many people want to see that. 100% I would wrestle the Butcherman. A
Mm.
100% I would give him the
Mm.
best match of his life, and 100% he will give me the best match of his life. But um I will not
Mm.
agree to a match where we backstab each other, where we take things personal, that is
Mm.
beyond what
Yeah, yeah,
we know each other's limits are. I believe that we will go into the ring, we will
yeah.
push each other to the limit, we will tear each other apart, and then whoever comes out the winner, we will laugh, we will go to backstage, we will crack open a nice isotonic drink, a nice
Mm.
icy isotonic drink. We will drink to our wounds and we will laugh about it and we will just say, let's do it again. Because um, best friends tearing each other apart make money.
Yep, yep, yep. Exactly. Same thing I would feel like. It's good, clean competition. I don't understand why all these tag teams, like, there are some great tag teams. I don't understand why every story with them, if they're gonna fight, they're gonna have to break up. No. Sometimes brothers fight, sometimes
Mm.
friends fight. That happens. And after you guys fight, crack a cold beer in the back and then just laugh about it and then have a
Yeah,
next
yeah.
one. We'll see who's the better man again.
If you ask the
That is
butcherman,
true. That is some good.
yeah,
That is
if you
some
ask the
good.
butcherman, he'll answer the same question. He'll answer the same thing, which is that, oh, we'll just fight. We'll just go inside and kill each other lah. There's no
Mhm.
problem lah. And then after that, we get a drink
Yeah,
together
yeah,
lah. No problem.
exactly. All right. Yeah, cool. Thank you for sharing that answer. And actually, we're going into a next fan we're going into fan questions again. Actually, this one is from @Steetkin. So, Doctor, how did you get so good at Risk? I'm guessing this is Risk, the board game. This is the
Uh,
risk board
you
game, correct?
check out my IG story later. Not Bucket Caleb, but PW the Good Doctor. You will
Okay.
see a repost from John Boy from GrappleMax. You'll see a repost where he's bragging and
Mm-hmm.
beating his chest about how he beat Sticktin and I at and Fionn McCool from Man PW. You'll see him beating his chest how he killed the three of us at a risk. You know, you give this one kid, you give one
Man,
victory to this one kid, right? And he thinks he's Genghis Khan or something like that. He thinks he's Columbus.
yeah. You gotta get him
Oh,
back
I
next
will.
time, man. You gotta get him back next time. All right. Next,
Yeah.
you will. You definitely will. Next question.
Mm.
Actually, this one's from Ken.
Go Ace.
So hashtag go Ace. So from at the Ken Warren, if you can have a specialty match named after you, what kind of match would
Wow,
it be?
Ken, you got me there, man.
He asks this question a lot.
I recently got into something that I don't think is PG to talk about, but I
Go
would
ahead.
say the specialty match. I would call it um a Japanese rope binding match where the aim is to tie up your opponent and make sure that he can't untie himself for 10 seconds for the count of 10.
What? All
And
right.
yeah,
You're a doctor.
I'm flexible, you know, and I like submission, so why the hell not?
All
Yeah.
right. All right. Like, that is. Thank you for that answer. Actually, we have one good question here coming in, and actually, it's from our friend Pumi.
All right, let's go.
You ready for this question? Dr. Gore, you're one of the most famous wrestlers in Thailand. In 2018, you wrestled there more than 10 times. Well, more than 10 matches, even more than you wrestled for SPW that year. Pumi wants to know your opinion on how wrestling in Thailand shaped your career.
Okay, this is a serious answer. First of all, Pumi, stop chasing me. You know, we're never gonna be a thing, Pumi. I love you, but you know that's the end of it. Okay.
Mm,
Secondly, Pumi, Thailand changed my life. Thailand, uh, is my second home. I really mean it. I've said it multiple times, and I will willingly move to Thailand just for wrestling because when I was in Singapore, I didn't have that um, that experience where you had to really earn your way to the audience's heart. Shows in Singapore are very
mm,
spectacular. It makes everyone look very good
yeah,
because of our setup, because we have free videos on YouTube. When I went to Thailand, I had to put my ego aside and say like I'm I'm just as good as the next trainee next to me, and I had to earn my way because I didn't speak English. Sorry, I didn't speak Thai, I didn't speak Japanese, and
yeah.
Amy Sakura had already planted a very, very deep rooted love in Thailand for pro wrestling where you had to show
Mm,
that you weren't just a character. And I worked these 10
mm,
matches always with this chip on my shoulder to say like I came in as a character, I have to
yeah,
prove myself as a wrestler. And it was a roller coaster up and down, up and down. I would succeed and I would drop, I would succeed and I would drop. And after I think match number
yeah.
8 and 9, people genuinely were excited to see Dr. Gore come to Thailand. Tickets would sell because I would come to Thailand,
Yeah.
and uh, um, it literally made me the wrestler I am this year. I wouldn't have all these good matches in Singapore, in the Philippines, in Hong Kong. I wouldn't have had all these matches, like these spectacular matches,
Mm,
if I didn't eat, for lack of a better term, eat shit and just work my ass in Thailand. So Thailand made me the person I am this year today.
Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. And I have to say also, I've only wrestled in Thailand
No.
once, and I loved it so
Yes.
much, and I really want to come back. I damn you, coronavirus! I should have been there like a couple of months ago, but for setup, you and me both, brother. But yeah, in Thailand, it is a beautiful country. They have amazing fans, and Pumi has a great thing
Mm.
going with what he's doing with setup. So after coronavirus, I'm hoping that we come back. But thank you for answering that question. And yes, I agree that when it comes to like our own countries, like we already have like a rapport, like we already have a connection with the fans. But like if you go out into a different
Me
country,
too.
you really have to work your ass off. And I understand where you're coming from because I had to do that in Singapore. I had to do that in Thailand. I had to do that in Malaysia. So it's a different test. It's a different test. Like I love our fans. I love the fans that we have in our countries, but also we love to test ourselves. We love to challenge ourselves as wrestlers to see if like what we do here will also work out there. And yes, thank you very
Can,
much, Pumi,
can
for that
can I
amazing
just add
question.
on
Go ahead.
about
Go ahead,
my
Doctor.
story about how you won over the fans of Singapore? Okay, so ladies and gentlemen,
Go ahead. Go
this
ahead.
is how Ken Warren single-handedly, before stepping into the ring, won over the fans of Singapore. His music
Mm.
plays, he steps up with a mic, and in the ring is Traxxas and Andrew about to go head to head. JDL cuts a promo saying, "Are you guys really looking forward to see these two go at it again?" And the crowd cheers for him. The crowd gives him a babyface pop. Okay? And JDL says, "Yeah, yeah, you guys would love to see this match because you guys are from Singapore, unlike the best country in the world, the Philippines." And they just hated you.
Man.
They hated you. They were booing. Everyone was standing up. I swear there was a beer can ready to be tossed at your face. And you just looked at every single one of them and just said, "Oh, you guys can't understand me because I'm not speaking your language, lah. So now you understand me if I say this, lah." And they were laughing and they were crying and they were just like ready for your blood. And that was that, like, beyond the matches that we had. That's my favorite memory of JDL in Singapore.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for telling that story. And they can actually check it up
Is
on
it?
SPW's YouTube. It's actually up on there. But yeah, I just thought, all right, I'm here. I need people to know who I am. I've been here once before as a tag team, but now I'm here alone. So might
I
as well
love it.
make fun of these make fun of these people. And they got me back. They got me back good. They just kept calling me Jollibee because I was a little bit fatter back then. But it's all good. It's all good. That's the name of the game. But yeah, thank you, thank you very
Mm.
much for sharing that story. But we have to move on. So as you mentioned, you wrestled around Southeast Asia quite a lot, and it's a testament to your character as Doctor Gore, and to you as a person as well, because you keep getting booked. You always want to work hard. You always want to help people. You're one of the good guys in wrestling. And in your wrestling travels around Southeast Asia, I have these following questions. So who has been your favorite opponent
JDL.
so far?
Yeah, JDL honestly
Thanks, man.
is my favorite
But
opponent.
yeah.
Quadro is my favorite opponent. He's got something. Um, I've never had an official match with him, but Ho Ho Lun is awesome. Golem Thai is
Yeah.
really fun to. I wish, honest to God, I wish I had better matches with Golem Thai. I wish I was better because he's such a physical
Mhm.
beast that it just brings out the best out of you. And Shivam for Setup Pro,
Yeah.
he's just super charismatic and he's a big boy. He's a charismatic big boy. He's got
Mm.
training done in the UK. I worked with him before, but I really
Yeah.
want to go one on one with him.
Mhm. Yeah, well, you answered the two-part question. I was going to ask who you wanted to face later on also, but thank you for
Oh,
answering that question. Shivam, obviously, he's a you have any one other than Shivam that you want to
not
face? Or have
yet.
you faced Shivam already?
Is it just strictly in the Southeast Asia?
Yeah. Well, well, for Southeast Asia, we already have Shivam, but I was also going to ask who your
Okay.
dream opponent was, like right now.
Oh, that's a good question. My dream opponent would be, um,
Mm.
man, I can't think of a dream opponent because I have so many. But
Mm.
I have a dream location, so I'll save that for later. But right now, I think off the top of my head, just
Mm.
wrestling the Butcherman, wrestling Traxxas, wrestling.
Mm.
I'm just gonna say screw it. I want to wrestle the Great Muta. You know, I want to wrestle the Great Muta.
Yeah, why not? Why
I
not?
wouldn't if I make it to Japan, which I really hope I do. Like I will not forgive myself if I don't work towards the dream of
Mhm.
wrestling the Great Muta.
Yeah. Same here, brother. Like I would really love to go to Japan, and I would just like to fight all of the Joshi women that Emi Sakura like raises because they're amazing talents, and I want to put my skills to the test. Joshi De Leon in Japan, I'm calling it. And obviously, I really want to work with a lot of wrestlers in Japan as well. But yep, for the meantime, Joshi De
Definitely.
Leon is the main goal. Anyway, thank you for answering that question, and we're about to wind down a bit. But before that, we have to ask like a few more fan questions. There's a lot of fan questions actually that I have not got to, and I'm sorry, people, because we're just having a good time right now. We're just having fun. No,
Yeah,
Pumi. All right,
I'm
Pumi,
just
just chill out, Pumi.
Pumi. I'm
So we
here.
have a question from
Pumi, I said it
Sorry, go
once. I
ahead.
said it again. I will not go out with you. I'm here catching up with my friend. I haven't seen my friend for a long time. Pumi, yeah, you're a handsome boy, but I'm not dating you, bro.
Pumi is a good friend. Pumi and I have connected in a way that because he was also a promoter, I was also a promoter. So like
Oh,
we understand each other's like
I love it. Yeah.
our struggles. Anyway, so we'll go into the fan questions from at the underscore Martin V. We've seen both Dr. Gore and Butcherman visit the Philippines, but in different times. Will we ever see both of them fight as the horrors
Oh,
one day in a future
100%.
visit to the
Yeah.
Philippines?
No question about it. Once the world stops imploding, and once
Mm,
2021 is in full effect, and once I begin my dream again, I can tell you, and I'm looking straight into the camera right now,
mm,
nothing's gonna stop the Butcherman and I. We are just like a, just like the people who are hardworking in Southeast Asia. Nothing's gonna stop us. You know, you can't stop hard work
mm,
and passion, and that's what the Butcherman and I have. That's what the horrors are built on.
mm.
So you're going to have to, you know, kill us if you want to stop our dreams.
It's pretty hard to kill a doctor and a person that kills other people. I understand, but I understand that vision. I understand that passion. The Ken Warren and I also have that same passion. That after this whole issue with the world stops, we're just like, come on, Ken, let's
Let's
go
go,
go
go, go.
go. Ken, let's go go go. It's like get booked anywhere. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for answering that question. We have one more fan question before we go into the next into my last couple of questions from Alexis underscore Kingdom 18. One question for Dr. Gore. Will you ever want to pursue a career on being a tutor for teaching art?
I'm gonna answer in the context of wrestling, because it is an art. You know, to Alex's
Mm,
kingdom
yeah.
is that I will only pursue a career of teaching when I have learned too much to keep it to myself. I used to be a trainer in SPW.
Mm,
I used to be someone that loves teaching, but I reached a point when I realized that you can't teach while trying to pursue and gain your own experience and knowledge. And that's what I'm going to do first. So I
yeah.
will only pursue the notion of being a tutor and a trainer once I have reached all my goals and I've reached all the checkpoints I have set up for myself. So give me about 50 years time. See
Yeah.
me as a teacher in 2071.
Yeah. All right. Same here. I actually feel the same way that we can only really be good teachers once we feel
Mm.
like we've learned the most that we can. So it's hard to be a teacher at
Mm.
the same time also trying to be a student.
It
And
is,
I
it is.
get that also. And yeah, definitely a good answer. So thank you for that answer. And we're going to the last couple of questions. But yeah, and then we're gonna go to
Whiplash.
Whiplash. I'm sure everyone knows that by now. But you've asked this question. You've asked this question a lot on PWG Live in the comments section. So I'm throwing this
Oh,
question
okay.
back at you. If you had to choose three wrestling matches that inspire you, what would they be?
Oh, damn it! I did not prepare for it. Oh,
I
you
knew it.
hit me
I
with
knew it.
such a left ball. Oh man. Okay. Three matches. All right. Number one. I'll say Pete Dunne. Any Pete Dunne versus Tyler Bate NXT because it's very
That'll be
readily
takeover. Yeah.
available. Number two, I'll say
Mm.
the Rhodes brothers, Cody and Goldust versus the Shield. I think it
Yep, that is a good match.
was it the
I I think it was. I'm not sure if it was a Money in the Bank
it
or
was a pay
something,
per
but it
view.
was like it was a pay-per-view.
Yeah, Dusty
Like
was in the
Dusty
corner.
was in their corner.
Dusty was
Yeah,
awesome. So
Dusty
that's
was
the
in their
second
corner.
one. The third one, oh man. Just from an educational point of view, just to see technical superiority,
Hmm.
go watch Ultimo Dragon
Yeah,
versus the Great Sasuke. This was when they were fighting over like I think 12, 12 junior heavyweight belts. They were going to unify it. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Yep, those are three great. Those are
I,
three great matches, and thank you for sharing that. I'm glad that you had some in your
I'm
mind because
so
I was
I'm
I
so
was waiting
glad
for
to
you
see
to
your eyes
blank
light
out.
up when I mentioned Ultimo versus Sasuke. I was like, all right.
Man, I watched that match and I still don't understand a lot of what they do. So yeah, on technical standpoint, it is amazing, and thank you for sharing that. Okay, so now we're going to the next segment of my PWG live, which is called Whiplash. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flash these cards again, show them to you, and then
All
you're
right,
gonna have
I'm
to
ready.
say something about them. Are you ready, Doc?
I'm ready.
You're ready. All right. The first card is SPW.
Hmm. Um, a great future ahead. A great future ahead.
All right. Great
SPW,
future end.
we don't want to
Mm-hmm.
get into too serious things, but SPW, I will just say this. We, from Singapore Pro Wrestling, we
Mm,
need to see the power that we have, and we need to see the fans that are
mm-hmm.
inspired by us, and we need to do
Mm-hmm.
better. We need to
Mm-hmm.
compete with PWR, with
Mm-hmm.
Setup, with New Taiwan,
Mm-hmm.
and we need to be better. So SPW, I would say, I wish them a good
Mm-hmm.
future ahead.
Mm-hmm. But of course, obviously, we all want to wish everyone a good future, and there will always be growing pains. But that's something that we all have to work on. Completely understand that, and yeah, we all have to be better. Just letting you guys know. All right, next. This is actually a weird one because like you're actually on it. But
Uh,
can you tell us about Bucket Caleb?
Bucket Killer is my art page. If you give me a follow, it will inspire me to work harder because I'm so lazy and I'm so like I'm passionate about my illustrations. It's my other form of storytelling and it's my other form
Mm.
of self-expression. But if you guys give me a follow and I see my numbers growing, I'll be like, I can't disappoint my followers. So yeah.
All right. Give him a follow at Bucket Caleb over on Instagram. He also has a Facebook page that has a really long name that I forget, but it also has Bucket Caleb on it. So please give him a follow. Next word, set up
Home.
pro wrestling.
Second home. Yeah. I say this with and you're gonna get me choked up. I owe set up my life. You know, I owe the people, the family in setup. I owe them my life. They have accepted me um, without me doing my due diligence of speaking the language. I have bled with them. I have
Mm,
sweat with them. I have suffered with them, and I will do my best to never let them go, never let them down because I love them with all my heart.
mm, mm. Yes. And shout out to Setup again. And we'll get you on the show. They'll get you on the show soon, man. Hopefully, after all of this is done, they'll get you on the show soon. Next word, Butcherman and the Horrors. It's actually two words, but
Butcherman
yeah.
and the Horrors. PWR, 2021, the
Mm-hmm.
Butcherman and Dr. Gore in the ring against JDL and
Mm-hmm.
Ken Warren. And then, and
We'll
then
gladly
in
welcome it.
Japan,
And then, oh shit.
Korakuen Hall, the
Mm-hmm.
Horrors versus
Mm-hmm.
PWOGs. And
Mm-hmm.
then, and then
And
Australia,
then,
any state in Australia, preferably even once with my friends, the Butcherman against the
mm-hmm.
PWOGs, World Tour best 2 out of 3 falls.
It's a great match. It's a great match. I've already taken a lot of your shit. You've taken a lot of mine. I'm sure Ken, Ken, Ken is like, you know, I just really want to like when Ken and I started this tag team, I really came to him with the idea that come on, there's a lot of great tag teams out there. Why don't we just try it out? And yes, that's what we plan to do. We want to face the horrors. We want to face Bad Company. We want to face a lot of people. But I'm pretty sure that we will have great matches, man. But we got to move forward. The
Oh,
last
oh,
word
there's
on
one more.
Whiplash is Pumi.
How much more time do I have? Because I'm ready for my
We have like 20 minutes left.
uh um Pumi is my brother. I will Pumi. I love Pumi. Um, I'm so happy that I have a mask right now. Because you can't see me cry tears of joy because I will openly say that
Mhm.
he has he has he has such a big heart, and he has helped the people who are passionate in wrestling, and he has helped me
Mhm.
understand what it means to really love and to really treat what you do with respect. And
Mhm.
we have suffered a lot because we always we have suffered a lot, not just for the sake of suffering, but because we have helped. Every time we suffer, it's really for we see so many
Mhm.
people laugh, and we see so many people um, just share the joy that we have. We always we always have like
Mhm.
the best shows together, and we always fight. We always like kill each other. We always share drinks together, that kind of thing. And I would never
Mhm.
take anything away because you that's where you discover who are your true brothers and who are your true friends, and that's where you really find
Yeah.
the people who you know that you can trust with your entire
Mhm.
life. If I am going to die,
Yeah.
I'll be like, Pumi, just take all my money. I'll just be like, bruh, here's my bank account. I trust you. Take it. I don't care. Goodbye.
Mhm. Mhm. Just wanted to say this one comment that Tororo that I said. Kumi is an extremely underrated individual. Both him and Caleb feel so very much for the community, and I think that you both deserve so much happiness. And I do believe that also because you two are like in my travels, two of the nicest, sweetest, and caring individuals I've ever met. I
Thanks.
just really wanted to say that, man. That's why I really wanted you on the show also. Just so you know, not to blow smoke up each other's ass, because I just wanted both of us to be. We've been through a lot the past week. The whole community has been through a lot the past week. I just wanted like an avenue for everyone to like enjoy, have fun, and this is what we're having right now. We're just talking about the good times, and we will have good times again in the future. It's just now we're going through a rough patch. It's all growing pains. But everyone who is watching this, I'm just letting you know, uh,
Yes.
bad times don't
Yes.
last, but good guys do, and
Yeah.
bad guys do, according to Razor Ramon.
Yeah.
Bad times do not last. The good guys will. So, Pumi, Doctor Gore, they are good guys, and hopefully, whatever they do in the future, I hope you guys continue to support them. And Doctor Gore, thank you again so much for joining us tonight. But before we let you go, I have this one last question. I always ask this for my guests. The question is, what is the one lesson that you've learned in your wrestling career that you would pass on to others?
Mm. Wow, wow, that's a good question. Okay, live by these simple rules. Be humble. Be
Mm.
humble because
Mm-hmm.
don't ever think you're there. Because the minute you start thinking that you're there, that's where
Mm.
you start going downhill.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, be nice.
Yep.
You know, people like to say wrestling is
Be
toxic
nice.
or that nice people never survive in this difficult and rough business, brother. But but if you are
Mm.
truly, if you really want to embody that wrestling fighting spirit, all you have to do is just be nice backstage. You know, all
Mm-hmm.
you have to do is just say, "Can I
Yep.
help you get a drink of water?" It's not ass kissing. It's really
Yeah.
it's a genuine skill because you're really gonna see whether you're genuine or not. And number three, don't be afraid to always question what you're doing. Always ask yourself, is this really what I want to do? Is this really the right advice? Am I really happy? You know, all these scary questions. Like, w- ask yourself, why do I want to join wrestling? Wh- Why do I, why do I love wrestling? It's okay to ask yourself this. You know, it's scary because people might think that, you know,
Mm.
you are having a lot of self-doubt. But until you clear it with yourself,
Yeah.
you'll never be able to clear it with anyone. So be humble, be nice,
Mm.
always question yourself.
Yeah. And that those are some great lessons. And thank you very much, Dr. Gur, for sharing that with us and sharing your time with us tonight. Before we let you go again, can you please tell everyone where they
You
can
can
find you
find me
online?
online at PW the Good Doctor on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Dr. Gore SG, that's Singapore.
Mm.
You can find me on Facebook too, Dr. Gore Wrestler. And lastly, if you
Yeah.
stay late in the night enough, you might be able to find me in one of the abandoned wards of Old Changi Hospital, Singapore.
Oh man, I'm probably never going to Old Changi Hospital. Anyway, thank you again, Dr. Gore, for joining us. It's been a great time, just reminiscing on the good times. And yeah, please continue to take care, stay safe. But I don't have to tell you that because you already know because you're a doctor. So continue to wash those hands and please stay safe. And we'll see each other soon. And thank you
Yeah,
again so
take care.
much.
I
Take
love
care.
the people of Manila. I want to come back. I want to enjoy the food, the community, the fans. You guys are the third greatest. First is Singapore, second is Thailand. But it's a close third. It's a close third, and
All
thank you
right.
so
Thanks.
much.
Thank you, man.
Mwah.
All right. See
Goodbye.
you. All right. See ya. Thank you for.
Bye.
All right. Laden with technical difficulties, but we made it to the end. I will have my tag amigo Ken Warren join us. Just gonna give him like the old invite ski. Come on, brother. We gotta end this out. Thank you also, Taro that Aoi, for your
What's up, bro?
great comments. Sup, brother? Yeah. How was it?
Good
How
stuff,
what do you think?
bro.
What do you think?
Despite the technical difficulties, I salute you guys for continuing with the stories, just sharing experiences. I love how it didn't turn out like a guesting. I love the fact that it's very genuine.
Yeah.
In terms of it's just like you guys talking to each other, and we happen to be spectating on your
Hmm.
conversation. It's crazy like that. I learned. I
Thank you.
learned. I love that what Dr. Gore said. He said you can never stop hard work, and also it's hard to be a teacher
Hmm.
when you yourself are pursuing to be a student still, or something in the lines of that. I don't want to botch it too bad, but it's something in the lines of that that
Yeah.
already hit me.
Yeah.
Uh, and wow, man, he wants to have a match with PWOGs. The horrors and national PWOGs, man. Really?
Of course.
Oh man.
Yeah, he wants to get me back for kicking him in the face so many times. So yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have to get some receipts for that one. But yeah, it was just a fun time with Dr. Gore. This is my goal for tonight. It wasn't really to like, it wasn't really like my usual from the past weeks where I wanted to be meaningful. I just really wanted to have a good time. We've had a tough break the past couple of weeks. So just having Dr. Gore on because we both are like, we didn't really get into it, we didn't really touch up on it, but we're both advocates for mental health. He's also really working hard on his mental health. I'm working hard on my mental health, just making sure like everyone knows that, because these are tough times. And like his lesson number two, his top lesson number two that he says, it's hard to be nice right now. It's hard to be nice. It's hard to be understanding. Definitely. And nice, he says it really nicely. Being nice is a skill. It's a skill that we have to practice. It's a skill that we have to learn, because the world isn't nice to us. So we're not taught how to be nice, but we ourselves have to work on it and be nice to
there's a
each other.
difference when you're playing nice and you're choosing to be nice. And it's not really the easiest thing to do. I tell you guys that.
Yeah.
It's so easy to be an asshole to everyone. Pardon my language, but you know.
Yeah. But yeah, again, thank you for helping us moderate tonight. Again, to the people who have those questions I haven't really answered, I'm sorry, but it was just a fun time. And yeah, anyway, we got to go into John Cena's Sundays today before we sign off for now and then come back later at 11 p.m. where we will see, of course,
later.
the great Al Snow. So we'll talk about that later, but now it's time for John Cena Sundays. So John Cena on June 30, 2020. Instead of investing your time to prove your... Sorry, let me start that again. Instead of investing your time to prove to others you are good enough, approach each day knowing that you are good enough. It might help reduce some unnecessary difficulties. John Cena. So again, amigos and amigas, as much as you'd like to prove to people that you're great, try proving it to yourself first. Tell yourself that you are good enough and you don't have to prove yourself to others, and life will get a little bit easier that way. So everyone, for joining us today, I just wanted, everyone who's still with us right now and who joined us today, I just want to tell you, you're good enough, you're worth it, and please, don't try to get that from anyone else. Just tell yourself that you are good enough. It's also a skill, knowing that you are good enough and also believing in yourself. So again, thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you, Ken, for moderating. Thank you, Carl, for recording this. I'm not sure how it will come out because of technical difficulties. I'll try my best to edit it. But again, and we also have to thank Dr. Gore. We're coming up at 11 p.m. We're going to have Al Snow later on the show. Thank you again, and goodbye for now.
Hashtag
Ken, you can?
that. See you guys at 11.